G'day folks, another day, another dam, another yabbying adventure. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. I've never been to this dam. This is a new dam that I just found the other day while I was out and about, and I couldn't wait to get back here with my open top lift nets to see if I can catch some yabbies. Now, today's mission is to catch a feed of yabbies, but not a huge feed of big yabbies, just enough yabbies so that I can show you all how to make a yabby sandwich. Now the bait for today is chicken drumsticks. I've got 3 open top lift nets with three chicken, oh, gee whiz, I really suck at this. I've got 3 open top lift nets with chicken drumsticks, three chicken drumsticks in each net. Net number 2. Net number 3, I'll throw out a bit further. I don't like to frisbee them out like that. What I find it does, it twists the cord really bad. But anyway, 3 nets are in. Let's give them an hour or so, then come and check them. If there's no yabbies in them and I do no good, I'll go around the other side of the dam there where that steep side is. It might be a bit deeper over there. Righto folks, it's time for the first check. Now I know I said it'd be about an hour. It's 25 past 9. It's been about 25 minutes. You didn't really think I was going to go for an hour on my first check, did you? I haven't got the patience for that. All right, I've never been yabbying in this dam. Does it have yabbies in it? Yeah! Yeah, well, yeah. I've got yabbies, heaps of yabbies, and a turtle, a little baby turtle. Hello, mate. This is why they banned opera house nets. I'm not sure whether he's gone in there to get the chicken or to get my yabbies. But either way, there's a turtle. And if I had an opera house net, he could get stuck in it and die. See you later, mate. Off you go. There he goes. Now, what's the yabby situation? I better put a bit of water in my bucket. You beauty! I put quite a bit in because I put some grass in there for them to climb up to get air. Right, now they're not monsters. That one's too small. That one can go back in the dam. They're not monsters. They're big enough to get a bit of meat off the tail for a yabby sandwich. 1, 2, 3. I'd prefer bigger, but they're big enough for a start. So 4 yabbies and a turtle in 25 minutes in the first net. I would definitely say that I'm off to a good start. 4 yabbies and a cute little baby turtle. For those that loved opera house nets, like I did too, the problem was that they caught those little turtles and platypus and water rats, or ricali as some people call them, and they kill them because they can't get up to get the air. But with these open top lift nets, they can swim in and then swim out. The problem is they swim in so easy they can eat your yabbies if you leave the nets in too long. But anyway, I've got 3 yabbies. I'm off to a good start. Let's see if net 2 has done any good. Net number 2. Broke the string. I forgot the the big ones. Yes, there are big ones in the dam here. Shit, there's a lot of yabbies in this dam. I broke the bloody string off the net. Bugger it. That's okay. I've got string in the car. I'll keep him. I'll definitely keep. Look, this is what I want. If I could get a heap that size, I'd only need probably 12 or 15. I only need 12 or 15 yabbies if I could get them all that size. If I get enough that size, I'll throw some of the smaller ones back, definitely. Let go, let go, let go. He'll do for now. I am planning to hopefully upsize, which means I can throw some of those sort of marginal ones back. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put those 2 bits of string together and I'm going to wrap them around like that, tie a knot in the string. That'll get me out of trouble. That will get me out of trouble, but then I need to replace this string. I noticed that when I was yabbying the other day that string was on the way out. Gee whiz, there's no shortage of yabbies in this dam. Right, let's check net number 3. think I've already lost count. Was it 4 and 4 or 4 and 5? Well, they've got 8 or 9 already anyway. I'll bet this net. Yes, there's yabbies in it. On another turtle. Some nice bigger yabbies too. Some bigger yabbies and another little turtle. Pull your head in, mate. How cute is he? G'day, mate. Hey, I am so glad. It's times like these that make me so glad that opera house nets have been banned, and they've just been banned in New South Wales. They were legal in private dams, but unfortunately not everybody used them in private dams. People would use them in the river even though they weren't allowed. Those two are not bad yabbies, they're quite nice. Not monsters, but big enough. Folks, we're going to be making a couple of yabby sandwiches today, I think. You beauty! I'm excited. We've only been in 25 minutes. Right, I'm back to check the nets again because 25 minutes worked so well last time. Well, I've done it again. It's been half an hour. And I'm excited. I can't wait because, oh, what have I got? 2, 1. He'll do. He's not a monster, but he'll do. His sandwich making material. A little bit disappointed after catching so many last time. I'm hoping to catch another turtle. I brought my phone with me this time so that if I get another turtle, I can get a photo of it. Tell you what I will get if I'm not careful is a bloody snake. The sun's just coming out through the clouds. It's really warm, very snaky. Oh yes, look at all the yabbies in here. Oh, I reckon 3 checks of the net is all I'm going to need. You'll do. You have to check them for eggs. It's actually illegal to be in possession of a yabby with eggs. You have to put them back. There's a few laws around yabbing that people probably wouldn't realise. 4, 5, 6. That'll all do. They're not huge, but they'll do. Yeah, it's illegal to be in possession of a yabby with eggs. Yabbies with eggs must be returned straight away. And these very nets, these open top lift nets, are subject to some rules that people probably don't realise. You know, you can't use these nets anywhere where there's crayfish. So the Ovens or King Rivers in Wangaratta or the Goulburn River, the Kiva River, not allowed to use them. They're illegal in crayfish areas. Just a little tip there because a lot of people probably don't realise that rule. I'll check this net. Then I'll leave them for half an hour again. Then I'll do a final check. Then I'll go and make some yabby sandwiches. I'm excited. This is worth a treat. I've honestly never been here before. I didn't know this dam existed. We only just stumbled across it by chance yesterday. And I said to Loretta, I'm going to come back here tomorrow with my nets because it looks like a good yabbying spot. Righto, net number 3. Any turtles? Yeah, I got a turtle, but he's a bit too big. A turtle and a heap of yabbies. I wonder if there'd be more yabbies if that turtle wasn't in there. Come on, mate, let go of my yabbies. Got a great big one. What did you teach me? What's he taught us? He hasn't taught us much. See you later, tortoise. All right, what have we got here in the way of yabberines? Careful, don't get my finger bit in here. 1, you can keep him. Keep that one. These 2 can go back in, I think. Hey, a little bit on the small side. Gee whiz, that turtle smells. Well, I didn't even count them. I think I kept 2 and 3 back, or I think about 5. I've already lost count. I reckon so far I've caught probably around 20 yabbies in just 2 checks of the nets. All right, put that back out. The next check will be the last check. Then it's time to cook them up. Right folks, I'm back for the 3rd and final check of the nets. They've had about half an hour again. When I pull them out, I'm going to take the 3 drumsticks out of each net, throw them into the dam for the yabbies and the turtles to feed on. Now, I've kept 21 yabbies already, so I only need to keep a couple more bigger ones. I don't need too many more. I've almost got enough. Just a few more would be nice. I know I've kept 21 because I counted them. I already took them out of the bucket of water and I put them in an ice slurry. I stopped at APCO on the way out here and bought a bag of crushed ice. I smashed it up even more, put it in an esky with a bit of water, and those 21 yabbies are already in there going to sleep. I'm not going to show me euthanizing the yabbies in this video, but I will show you the cooking process. Now, before I check the nets, just want something for you to think about, something for you to ponder. Somebody asked me in a video last night, hey Robbie, did you put a bet on the cup? And I said, nah mate, horse races don't interest me. And they don't. But I never gamble money. I never gamble. I don't bet on horse races. I don't bet on footy matches. I'm just not a gambling person by nature. That's just who I am. But I do gamble my time. Coming to a dam like this, that I've never been yabbying in before, is a gamble. I could catch nothing and just waste half a day, or I couldn't hit the jackpot like I have, and my gamble has paid off by giving me the dividends of lots of yabbies. But the difference between gambling time and gambling money is you can get money back. If you put 20 bucks on a horse race and you lose it, well, you can work an extra hour at work, or you can borrow 20 bucks off a friend, you can take up a second job. Money's renewable, you can earn more. If I come here this morning and catch no yabbies, then that's half a day of my life gone. I can never get that back. Time is not renewable. Every day is precious, and you want to spend every day as if it's your last, because when you waste time, you never get it back again. But anyway, that's my philosophy for the day. Let's check these nets. I'll put my GoPro on my head. And away we go. Net numero uno, which is Roman for number 1, and it's got 3 yabbies and a turtle. The yabbies aren't real big. Oh, one's not a bad one. There's a lot of turtles in this dam. Surprised there's any yabbies even left in here. I might, I'll keep the biggest one. That one can go back in the dam. I don't need to take more than I need. I know, but I'll come here with a purpose. That one can go back in the dam. This one's a bit bigger. Still not huge, but if I get 2 or 3 of them, I reckon I'll have enough to go with the ones that I've already got. Right, now I'll stop filming. I'll take the meat out and stop filming, then go and check the next net. Net number 2. It's heavy, it's full of big ones. A baby turtle and 6 or 7 yabbies. Right, let's deal with the yabbies first. A couple of these nicer big ones would be just perfect. He'll do. This one will do. Gee whiz, turtles smell. He'll do. There's just 3, these other 3 can go back. 6 yabbies and a turtle in one net. This dam is very, very healthy. I'm going to get a photo of this turtle to send to my kiddies. Pull your head out, mate. Alright, little baby turtle, see you later. Right, net number 3. I've just caught 10 yabbies and two turtles in the first 2 nets. What's net number 3 got? Oh, there's lots of things in here. It's, my God, look at all them yabbies. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 yabbies in there. There is 12 yabbies in that one pool of an open top lift net that's only been in half an hour. Don't ever let anybody tell you that open top lift nets don't work. Have a look at that. That's epic. Alright, I just stopped and took a quick photo. I'll keep a couple of these larger ones, and then the rest can all go back in for later on. I'll keep those 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I got me that one.
14, I thought there was 12, there was 14. 14 yabbies in that one net in probably half an hour, maybe even a little bit less. That is absolutely awesome. Epic yabbying. The best yabbying this season by a mile. I'm having a dream run on the yabbies this season. Last summer I caught bugger all. This year I'm just catching them left, right and centre. Right, I've got 7 big ones in there to go with the 21 that I've already kept. So I've kept 28 and the nets are unbaited, and even just then I kept 6 out of, I just threw 18 back there alone. So I've kept 28 and probably thrown back a good 30 or more yabbies I've probably caught 50 or 60 yabbies here in the last hour or two. I've had a blast. I'm going to put these under the ice, then I'm going to head off to a nearby public picnic table and do some cooking. Check this out, just about to head back to the car, and there's another yabby I didn't count. So I just threw 19 back in that last pull. I stand corrected. Right now, while I've been waiting for my yabbies there down there in that esky, going to sleep, I've set up my trangia. In there is a mixture of water and double strength white vinegar. You don't have to have vinegar in there, but vinegar and lemon is always good, or lemon and salt, or salt and vinegar. I've got salt and vinegar. It's the salt that's giving it that cloudy appearance. It's a vinegar water mix with salt. Now I'm using my trangia. So what that means is I've got to light the metho. It's a metho burner. I've got to light the metho down there, sit that pot on there, and that can go on as the lid. The problem with the trangia, it's not very big. Even if I was to drop those big yabbies in there when the water's boiling, the ratio between boiling water and the size of the yabbies would mean that the water would cool down and stop boiling straight away, and it'd be a slow death for the yabby. So what I've done, I've put them down here on the ice slurry, waiting for them to go to sleep. When they're asleep, I'll euthanize them, then I'll take their tails off, and I'll just boil all the tails in there at once. Just boil the tails. And the beauty about doing that is you can remove the pipe, the poo line, out of their tails quite easily. Now I'm set up. I've got my gear here. I've just got to get some bread and butter it. But it's going to give those yabbies another 10 or 15 minutes in the ice there first. Then I'll start cooking. I've got my U-Butte electric cigarette lighter here. You might remember this. I reviewed it a couple of months ago. It's a ripper. Doesn't matter how windy it is. It's like a little taser. No matter how windy it is, it still works. I'll light this tissue paper with that. Then I'll throw this on the metho. It's very windy today. One of the good things about the trangia is it's pretty easy to use in the wind, which is a lot of today. But one of the bad things is actually lighting it in the wind. Once it's lit, the air can get in under the bottom here, but the wind can't actually blow the flame out. We've got a bit of a lull. I'll go now, while the wind's just calmed off a little bit. Is that burning? I think we're going. I'll put my foot on that. That's burning. Now once that's in there, the flame is pretty much protected from the wind. How's the water looking? Oh, there's a bit of steam coming off it. It's time to prepare the yabbies, I think. But I just want to quickly tell you, on the way out here today, I went to the petrol station and got fuel, and I got robbed. I'm not joking. I rang the police. I told them which service station I was at, and I said, I've been robbed. And they said, do you know who robbed you? And I said, yeah, it was pump 14. I kid you not, it's like $1.65 a litre for fuel at the moment, and it's just getting dearer. Anyway, let's get the yabbies ready. Right, my water vinegar mix is boiling like mad. I put my GoPro on my head. Now, these are my yabby tails. I've kept 2 claws, the biggest claws. I'll just drop them straight in. Now, something I want to show you, when you prepare yabbies this way, if you get the middle fin and you twist it, 9 times out of 10, well not that time, 9 times out of 10, the pipe, the poo line will just come out. Sometimes, like that one I just showed you, it won't work, but usually it does. You get the fins at the back of the tail, you twist the middle one, and out she comes, just like that. And that makes them taste nicer. Now, while I'm doing this, I just want to tell you an interesting fact about yabbies. Did you know that absolutely everything on this planet, and I mean everything, is either a yabby or not a yabby? Right, there's all my tails, all in there together. We're all in this together. Now, while they're boiling away, I'm going to butter some bread. Now, some people will say 2 or 3 minutes is enough. I like to give them 5 or 6 minutes. I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to cooking. I prefer to overcook everything. Everything I cook is always a little bit overdone. I got food poisoning once years ago, and it was so unpleasant that I always prefer to go that little bit longer than I need to. So I'll give that about 5 or 6 minutes, and that's boiling over now. Might take that lid off and just let that boil away without the lid. Check out all the froth up there. It's boiling over. Doesn't look like it's boiling, but it is. I reckon that froth must come from the salt and vinegar. Alright, the bread is all boiled and ready to go. Now with the yabby sandwich, you've got to use white bread. My dietitian will hate me for telling you that. I don't eat sandwiches very often, and when I do, I always have multigrain bread. I like a tuna sandwich with multigrain bread. That keeps me feeling full for a long time, but you don't have yabby sandwiches every day. This is a treat. And when you have a treat, you want to make it as nice as you possibly can. So I'm going with the white bread because it tastes nicer than multigrain bread. It's not as good for you though. This video is to show you the nicest way to eat yabbies, not the healthiest way. Alright, that's been going for a good 3 or 4 minutes now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the yabbies off the flame, and I'm going to drop the lid, the trangia lid on. That's not the way you're supposed to do it, but it works. The best way to do it is to take the that's, I don't know what you call that part, the wind shield I suppose, take that off and put it on, but that worked. Right, now I'll drain the water out and I'll put them in a bowl to cool down a bit. That's looking pretty good. Look at that. How good does that look? 2 big claws and a heap of yabby tails. And they need to cool down a little bit before I can shell them. That must be the one. You know, that poo line came out of every single tail except for the one that I used as the demonstration that didn't work. Every other one worked a treat. Right, now I'm going through the shelling process. I just put my thumb under the side there, pull that first layer of the tail off, and the second layer, although sometimes the first is enough, and then the meat just comes out, just like that. Rule of thumb, basically, the harder the shell, the easier they are to shell. These are a little bit soft, but not too bad. You can just pull one lot off, and out she comes. One lot off, and out it comes. Now there is all my yabby meat. What was it, 26 or 27 yabbies or something in there. Now I'm going to mash that up to make the sandwich. But before I do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mash it all up as it is, and I'm going to make one sandwich with just plain yabby, and then I'm going to put a bit of salt and vinegar on the rest to make one salt and vinegar. So one's going to be a plain yabby sandwich, and the other one's going to be a salt and vinegar yabby sandwich. So the first thing I want to do is get my fork and just mash it all up a bit. Might be harder than it looks, I think. There we go. Try and turn it into a bit of a paste. It changes its texture, but it doesn't lose any flavour. Right, now half of this will go into one sandwich. I think I'll just put a little, I will put a little bit of salt on here. Put a little bit of salt on there. Now the other part, the other half, I put in a little bit. Now this is double strength vinegar, so I don't want too much. Just a little bit. Should be plenty enough. That'll because that'll also help make it a little bit moist and mix through. I'll put a bit of salt in there too. Looks like I'm putting heaps on, but I'm only not getting much out. Alright, this can go on the other sandwich. And there we have 2 yabby sandwiches fit for a king. Bugger off fly. Salt and vinegar and plain. Now for the moment of truth. It's time to enjoy an early lunch, which is only 20 past 11. Time to enjoy an early lunch of yabby sandwich. That is so good. I'll eat them with the camera off, and then I'll get back to you and tell you how they went. Gone. Those yabby sandwiches were next level delicious. Somebody suggested in a YouTube comment recently that I make this video, and I forgot who it was, so I apologise if I haven't given you a shout out, but I thank you very much for the fantastic video suggestion. I used to make yabby sandwiches a lot when I was a kid, but I'd forgotten how awesome they are. They are so nice. I'm not sure which one I like better, the plain or the salt and vinegar. The plain one, I could taste that beautiful sweet yabby flavour a lot more. The salt and vinegar one, the vinegar masked the flavour a little bit, but the texture was the same. Either way, they were both absolutely fantastic. They were so good. Words can't describe how nice they are. Folks, do yourself a favour. Go yabbying and make a yabby sandwich, because they are bloody beautiful.